It's been a while since I made a video on this thing. Just to say its days are over. I'm decommissioning it. The water's all gone. The fish are dispatched. Just because aquaponics just does not work in Adelaide. The water's too cold for 6 months of the year, so the plants don't grow. The fish don't grow because they don't eat during winter. I mean, these fish that were in here were more than 3 years old, and the biggest one was maybe, you know, head to tail was a bit bigger than that, right? And the smallest one was about that big. Can you believe it? How can it be so small after 4 years? Anyway, it's just too expensive to have the pump running constantly, having to constantly put water in it, having to constantly feed the fish, you know, $30 a bag of food, and the minerals that you have to keep putting in it, the iron and the pH testing kit and everything is just too expensive, and it just produced basically no produce for that effort and expense. I think I'm going to be able to get 10 times more produce out of it as a wicking bed, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim the metal down, maybe trim the plastic down a little bit, turn the bottom into a wicking bed and put it over there in the sun, and yeah, it's going to be good. I can repurpose probably most of the scoria in the water reservoir of the wicking bed, yeah, and fill it up with soil, grow things in it that way. So I'm just trying to move the scoria out of here, but don't know if you can see that, but the bees I had this thing set up with the water outlet underneath pouring onto this to catch some of the fines that were coming out of the bed, because this bed's just full of mud, and it actually worked, polished up the water really well, but the bees have gotten used to using it as their drinking station, and quite often there'd be, you know, up to 50 bees just sitting on here having a drink when it was underneath, and now I've put it up on top, and they're actually trying to chase me away from it, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, yep, that's what this video is about. It's all done. No more fish, no more aquaponics. Thanks for watching. The bees aren't happy. Like, I wouldn't care so much if they were mine, but these aren't my bees. Look at them all. And they're trying to chase me away from it and everything. But are they just desperate for a drink? But there's another pond just over there, and filters and lily pads and all sorts. But they love this. For some reason, whenever we're doing stuff with fish filters, the pond filters or this, you know, the mud that forms in the filters has this particular smell. Anybody who has a fish pond will know what I'm talking about. It's sort of like a muddy smell. It's all the fish poo that's sort of decomposing. When you wash that out, it makes this awful muddy mess. I don't know why, but that smell attracts bees like you would not believe. So whenever we're pulling lilies out of the pond, or, you know, cleaning out the plant matter, the big ball of roots that's on the bottom of the pond, that has that smell as well, because it's got mud down the bottom. We pull that out and throw it onto the ground there, and the bees just home in on it, and they actually get quite aggressive, like defending it almost. It's really bizarre. I don't know what they find so attractive about the smell, but obviously this has the same smell, and look at them go for it. They're just all over it. It's weird. Anyway, I'll keep shoveling.